Set. 18 Gators. 54.
Hey, here we go.
And now he'll tuck it and run. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
Ready.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
Heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges. Check the fire.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. So on 4th down, they bring on the Michigan man, Matt Wild, to kick it away. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And this will be taken at the 13. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And the Bears take over.
Ready. 30 pace, let's go. 54. I don't even know why this team's hot.
On 1st down, Penn. Fancy footwork in midfield. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
Here's 2nd and 8. Open here, Adam Thielen. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
On the carry, it's Cook. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Ready? 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Watch safety creep. Safety's creeping.
Second and 2. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Here we go. 50.
You ain't going nowhere.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Okay, ready?
Right there, 54 Mike.
Pilot, 64, weak. Check 31. Ready.
They'll run on first down. 10. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it, because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Now a give, right side. Penn. And some space here. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there. With another touchdown, number 24 on the year, as the Bears push further out in front. And oh, it's no good. For the second time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
On second down now, it's Cook. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Hey, Charlie.
12-0 to score after 1 on EA Sports.
Let's go, Buster.
Go now. 18 Gator.
50's a Mike, 50's a Mike. All day, baby, all day,
80 weapon. Ready.
They'll look to throw here on first down. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
It's second and inches at the 50-yard line.
Still a few inches short of the first down as they come up now on second down. Cook. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, It makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Here's Matt Weil now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. So possession goes over here on the punt, and it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
Making the stop there, Danielle Hunter.
Well, not a game that you're going to go crazy about, but when you start at your own 2-yard line, any type of space is good for the offensive guys.
Yeah, you just can't go backwards from here. They did it. Now we'll see if they can keep it on schedule here on 2nd down. Now a give, right side, Penn. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Back to throw. Love. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's going to get this up to the 24-yard line. A good pick up there of 20 yards. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Say hello to Eric Kendricks. He gets the sack there.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Now a give, right side. Penn brings it up just shy of the 25. Showed some of that quickness there on the move.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
On 3rd down, Love. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. Xavier Rhodes, the cornerback, there in coverage.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
This is taken at the 23. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. On the NFL scoreboard, an update from Foxborough. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 43.
Let's go. Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
2nd and 4. Flush to his right. He'll run it. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Hey, no, look, we got
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. Let's go.
They'll set up a throw. Flushed out right. It's complete to Diggs. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back.
I got you, Pop.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target.
Check.
Hey! Go!
Mike's by four. Night, sweetheart.
On first down, Vernon. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
It's our time, guys. It's our time.
2nd and 9 now. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
6 man.
Back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Now Jake Elliott for the field goal try. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And the kick by Elliott is good. And that lead is back down to 9 now. So they do get the 3 points before they hit halftime. Something to build on, maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? But wave the flag. That's good. You got points, and now, as you said, they've got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Check 99.
2nd and 3. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
Here we go. Set. Exit. 90. Wolf. Mike 55. Mike 55.
Yo. Mike.
Set. Go.
To throw on 3rd down. Love. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
They'll look to set up his blockers. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The second quarter score from KC, and it's the Chiefs that have grabbed the early lead over the Chargers. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Ready, ready.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. That's into the hands of Reynolds. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Hey, Echo.
38, Mike, 38. Hey, check. 38 for Mike.
5.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
They don't want to keep playing Let's get it.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Now.
2nd and 10. He rifles one that's intercepted. And it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Kill.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
Sponge.
They'll run on 1st down. Penn. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Gets fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They'll keep it on the ground. Penn, they're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Ready. 30 base. Let's go. Protein spill.
From the gun on 3rd down. Love. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. The ball comes out, and the Vikings pick up the football. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations, big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook. His 11th touchdown of the year as they have now chopped this lead down to 3.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Ready.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive.
And the Bears first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there now. Ready, go.
Looking to throw. Love. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
You better be afraid of me. Check up.
Now a give, right side. Penn. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. 8 yards on the run there, and that leaves them with 3rd and just a couple. They'll keep it on the ground. Penn, and he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Chicago. Yikes. Terrible kick headed straight for the sidelines.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
They run on 1st down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Pull it high. 5.
2nd and 6. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there, and it's 3rd down.
Basically, you're not going to outwork 2 guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else for the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking 1st down.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
Back to the ground, this time Cook. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough.
Set. 60 outlaw.
Let's go, defense. Our time.
2nd and 15. And a quick throw here. That's complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
No gain on this defense. No gain.
Let's go.
Looking to throw. Airing it out deep for Smith. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Herb Smith. Touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is up to 5.
Makes the score Vikings 17.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Bears take over 1st
Get ready.
and 10.
Get ready.
At
Get
their
ready.
own 25-yard line.
Set
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Off the bootleg. Love. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Coverage there by the safety, Harrison Smith.
When everything is in sync on defense, that means everyone's communicating really well, and sometimes it's nonverbal. They just know that when a receiver's in one spot, this person may have him, and he's in another spot, the next defender may have him. And they've squeezed the passing lanes down to where it's so difficult to find an open area to deliver the football. They've made it tough on them all game long.
They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards.
Big air. Hatch it. Slam. 36. Blue dot Quarkus. You got it. Go.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Now a give, right side. Penn. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
1st down, Bears.
Check recon, 132 fight. Check back.
On 1st down, Penn. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A great play there. His 25th touchdown, tying him at Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Bears have retaken the lead. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. Operating from the gun. Love to the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Well, that decision to me was all about pulling up the chart. You know, that beautiful chart that tells you when to go for 2, when to go for 1. I do love it. It helps you with your decision-making during heated times. And just look at it right here in this point of the game. Go for 2. Try and make it a field goal difference.
But now just up 1 makes the rest of this 4th quarter a little more interesting.
Yeah, they followed the chart. They just didn't get the 2 points on the board, did they?
Nope.
At their own 26-yard line.
Let's go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing, because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Mike 38. Go.
Ready.
He'll look to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He'll get 15 and a Vikings 1st down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
He'll drop to throw, escaping the press, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
Now back to throw. That's taken in, complete to Reynolds. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And off his back foot, he'll heave this one deep. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's Clinton Dix with a pick. And he'll actually lose 6 yards on the return, but I don't think they care. They've got the football back. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Penn. That one good for 33 and a 1st.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 47-yard line.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Here we go. Cam Tucson. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Ready, go.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. Penn. There he goes right side. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there. His 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. As the Bears push further out in front. 3rd time's the charm on the extra point as he gets this one to go. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
High 7. Get it.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He'll find Reynolds over the middle. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. 65. 65. 65.
Go.
They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Hey, Delta.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Who that?
He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Mike 54. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4.
Back to throw. This pass complete to Reynolds. Well, that'll get them to 1st down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Hey, shoot.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch.
Back to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Dad, ready? 50, plant.
I don't think you got it, son.
Hit it.
He'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
Flushed out right. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Penn. A gain of 3, second down. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle at the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Red. 8, read. Check. Watch me before. General. Fast.
Ain't no such thing.
Right back to him on first down. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
At the 22-yard line.
Now a give, right side. Penn.
Let's go, fellas.
So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And it took a big fourth quarter to do it, but bottom line, they got the job done.
Yeah, it is the bottom line, isn't it? A few anxious moments along the way, though. A few sweaty palms, not just for the team, but for their fans. As you mentioned, down going into the fourth quarter. How about the rally? How about the comeback? Getting it done on both sides of the ball, holding them when they needed to, and finding ways to get points when they had the football.
So for the Bears, they pick up win number 7 on the year. And by just about all accounts, not the type of year they were hoping to have. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they go out with a bit of a whimper as they wrap up a very trying 3.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you want to give. How much blood